Guys, what's goody? I feel like I'm far away. Welcome to the Bird Brain Podcast, where the goal is to rise above it all, stay elevated, create that infinity, up your you. I'm your host, Isaiah, and today it's a season of love, I guess, right? Whenever I think of relationship, the first thing I think about is Titanic. You know, Rose just not giving Jack any room on that door. Today I wanted to talk about like relationships in all aspects, friendships, romantic relationships, all the things that we connect to. Sometimes when someone feels familiar, that could be your trauma responding too. It doesn't always mean that it's a kindred spirit or your soulmate or anything like that. Sometimes it's your trauma responding to familiarity. I was talking to my mom over the weekend. One of the things she said, she's like, people don't understand friendship. Friendship is work. Friendship is not a hobby or a pastime. Friendship is a relationship. It has to be kept afloat. It has to be maintained. And it's worth being maintained if someone is truly your friend. It's important that we learn to kind of slow down and recognize what we're attracted to and how it keeps showing up in our lives, and also being mindful of our relationships, the ones that feel good and are close to our hearts. Sometimes our relationships are not so much good for us, but they are familiar patterns and things that we are used to. And to be honest with you, sometimes you can be familiar with chaos. You could be comforted in chaos, and your relationships will reflect that. You meet someone and you're like, man, I feel like I've known you for a long time. I feel like we just know each other. And sometimes it's good. Time starts to go on. That person that you feel like you've known forever, things start to transpire and you're like, wait, what the hell? Take your time and understand your relationships, understand what you're attracted to, understand where that attraction is coming from. And if there is history with someone that you've never met, ask yourself, what kind of history is that? Is that history that I want to repeat? Or is that history that I recognize takes care of me? Start doing the healing work on your little kids, so you understand, what am I seeking? What am I receiving? Where is it coming from? How do I move past it? That's your journey. That's your goal in order to cultivate solid relationships. And again, friendships are relationships. Paying attention to how you feel. Like, how does your gut feel when you are in exchange with someone that may feel familiar? How does all of that feels? Because your body will tell you. Your body will reject a lot of things, but also too, if your body's used to certain things, it will move forward. It will move toward it, still recognizing that, hey, something feels off, but this is what I'm familiar to this. There's a pull there. Sometimes our pull in that direction is an indication that we still have work to do in terms of what we're seeking out of relationships. Feeling like you've known someone, sometimes it's just your trauma saying, hey, this feels familiar. This is what I know. All right. So I think since it's the month of love, I'll be talking more about relationships and the dynamics of them and how interesting and intricate they can be, and what to look out for, what to embrace, because your relationships should feel like home. It shouldn't feel like a place you're trying to run away from or something you can't be certain of. All right. I wish you guys the best. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, of course, and I hope you guys are taking care of each other. I hope you guys are drinking water. All right, guys, take flight.